Okay, here we have two GU10 lamps, LEDs should I point out as well. These were what I would describe as cheap and cheerful LED lamps, because it's just the way they failed and what they have done tells me that they're not the highest quality, because this is Saxby lighting, and these are GU10 LED lamps, and actually checked what wattage they are. 3.5 watt, 400k here on there. It's a little bit blurred because yeah, so that's it. This one is a little better. And so 290 lumens, 4000k, 3.5 watts, GU10. Then I can't read that at the bottom. And so these both failed instantaneously after being in use for 6 months in a fire rated downlight. I'll say it was fire rated, it was just basically a downlight frame that holds these lamps and the little clips that hold it above the plasterboard. That was it. There was no capsules go over the top of it when it was in the loft. It was just the connections there with the main termination block for the switch line and neutral in, and that's it. I thought that would be like a cylinder, considering it's supposed to be fire rated, but oh well. We put them in, and 6 months later they both failed at the same time. The lady thought it was something to do with her water pump being on a lighting circuit, fused down via a switch fuse spur. That was not the case really, not really. It's just the quality of the lamps, because what I'm about to show you is them without their caps on, because they're both blowing them off and I forgot to save them. So this is one of them. You can see there's quite a few LEDs in there, the little chips, and I don't know why, but the screen on this camera is fidgeting a lot. So yeah, when I took these down, the screens that were over these were in the actual lens of the downlight cap, and they both have died. What's happened is one LED chip has gone and it's just done a chain reaction and killed the rest of them. I'm not sure what kind of circuitry it's got in it, but as you can see, you probably spotted it already, but that one there, see the one with the black dot, that's failed because they're all wired in. I think they're wired in series. That one, like round in a circular motion until they get outside. Once that went, it's just that the rest of them are getting higher voltage, and once one goes, the rest of them go. They go quite quick, because I've never seen an LED lamp fail after 6 months while I've been in use, to be honest. So this one didn't smell of burning, whereas this one, which has done the same thing, this one stank of burnt PCB, and it may not pick it up on the camera. So you can see there on that LED chip there, it's black dot, and the rest of them have got black dots, but very, very minuscule. You can just see on a couple of them, if you look at them at you like close up on your eye, you can see like the tracks on the LED chips are burnt, so they will never work again. Plus, I've tried to bring them back to life, but they don't work. It's this one that smelled of burning, so I already got pretty a bit curious and took the screws off and just seeing what kind of PCB it was. So 3 screws. That fucking don't want to come out. So this is plastic, the whole shell's plastic, aluminium based PCB, and got your little driver in there. Not sure how I'm going to get that out really. Should have thought about this. But yeah, no heatsink bonded to this, so that was just venting itself. I suppose it was alright, but not the greatest considering there wasn't much airflow up there because it was boarded over with plywood. And then it had pink insulation over the top of it as well, so that could have been potentially dangerous, if you ask me. So yeah, so look, PCB, like aluminium backed, with no heatsink compound because this is plastic again. And then you got your little PCB in there. I'll have to try and get that out. I don't know if that's resin. I'll have to try and get this out. I want to see what kind of circuitry is in there. Well, I see so far as 2 capacitors. It's probably a capacitive dropper, but who knows? Let's have a look. So then, one gutted LED later. That was a bit of a nightmare. It's just plastic, I don't know what it is. But I managed to bust the other one to get the plastic off. And it's like some kind of silica or resin, because it's quite thick. Whatever it is, but this is what it looks like once you read everything. Not really much to it. I'll go through that one in a bit more detail. Save that for a souvenir. So obviously there's not much to it. Just I thought capacitive dropper. So this big bad boy here is what drops the power down, I think. I'm not really that good on electronics. Overly, not really. What size is it? Not too sure, don't really say. But yeah, you got resistor with the capacitor, and you got this other capacitor as well. That one's 400 volt, 4.7 microfarad. Now back here you've got a couple of resistors, 4-pin chip, then your power going out to your LED. Head unit. I'll see if I can try and get you to focus on some of these bits. So obviously not going to work, is it? One sec. There you go, that would probably help. So that's on the resistor. I'll spin that around actually. I can actually read that. BT85. That's a diode. That's it. Specs on the board. Version 1.0. That's it really. Close up on the capacitor. That other one. I accidentally yanked the capacitor a bit too hard, trying to get the thing to come out. And that's why that leg there is sticking out more. Oops. Yeah, 400 volts, 4.7 microfarad. And then, oops. See if I can get you on the chip. That's really it, really. Strange how they failed within the first 6 months of being installed. But there you go. That's quality for you. It looks like they have burnt the PCB mounting them two connections there. I don't know. I always say spend money a little bit more money even to get better quality than go cheap out and expect to get more of the same shit that keeps failing after, well, for example, what these did, 6 months, that's it, 6 months, both went, both at the same time, both the same problem. That's what happens when you buy cheap lamps, but people do buy them. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching.